All right, guys, welcome to Tuesday Night Sparks. We will be letting people in as they come in. I know I had to bump it back a couple more minutes tonight because Sunday was my birthday and my husband made me a birthday dinner tonight. So all I did Sunday was veg out on the couch. So I did like literally nothing. Um, but welcome you guys. If you have teamies out there, make sure you tag them and get them in. And if not, it will be recorded and shared on our group page right after this is over. Um, so I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on here. I had planned on 2 weeks ago coming on here, but of course, Katie had issues, and that is life, you know. Then I was on vacation, and it's just been like a whirlwind kind of thing. I am very thankful for Shannon that she does every other week for us. So we have at least one type of training. Um, and I'm going to get more consistent at doing this. Tiffany has opted to do her own training on her own page. She's gone down to once a month for her group, and that's okay. She's going to come on as she can. We would love to have her on here, but for right now, you got your girl. So, um, so tonight I kind of wanted to, I was thinking about what we were going to talk about, and we were going to talk about fall and all the things and what it means for your business. And then I went to a class this morning, and Nicole knows a little bit about this because I was messaging her as I was in my class, and my class was at the hospital. And it is a required class that each employee is going to have to attend. Right now, they're working through the leaders and then going from the leaders on to the next phase, of the employees. But I told Nicole and I told Shannon this also. I said, it's kind of crazy how when you're at a work meeting and they're talking about stuff, and all you can see and all you can visualize and all you can hear is how much this would impact your Scentsy business. So the funny thing is, everything they talked about, I was just like, oh my God, I got to write this down. Like, I'm not writing it down for this. I don't do patient care. All right. I'm administrative, so I don't do patient care. And it was literally talked about patient plus us. That's what it is. Patient plus us. That's what it's called. And today was about empathy. So it really is something in a hospital environment or in a caring environment where you need to know how to express empathy. And one thing that I did learn today is the wrong thing to say when you're trying to empathize with somebody is I understand, because that in itself is no way you can understand. There's no way possible that you can understand what Stephanie's going through, what Nicole's going through, what Nikki's going through. There's no way possible that I can understand unless I'm physically in your body. I cannot understand that. So what might be like you're appearing to be empathetic to them and you want to like nurture them or whatever, their desire or their what they're going through right then, we have no idea what they're going through. We might have been through something like that, but even if, and what came to my mind was like me as a younger person, my brother was killed in a motor vehicle accident. A drunk driver hit him head on, and he was killed on his way home from work on his 30th birthday. So if somebody says, I lost my brother, da 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 da, in a sense, I do understand that, but I don't understand their relationship. I don't understand what they had. I don't understand like how much, that person meant to them if they were estranged and they never got to say goodbye, or if they were like this close and they kissed them goodbye, that morning or whatever. You still don't know, even though you have a similarity, and we all have similarities in our business. Even though we have a similarity, we still don't understand what people are going through. Okay. So that kind of hit me really hard. And while we were talking about this, one thing that they talked about was teamwork. and what being a team means. And I thought about it, and she was saying, what is our mission and what is our values? Our mission and our values make up our culture. And that really does apply to every single thing that you do in life. You can literally take it for your job at the hospital. You can take it for your job, wherever you're working. You can take it for your family life. You have to have values. You have to have missions and morals. You have to have things, in your life. But that is what is going to make up, what your culture is. So one of the things that they talked about in a team thing was the teamwork, having empathy for people, the accountability, and then the messaging part. And it really stuck with me. And I wrote a lot of stuff. Like I took like a whole bunch of notes, y'all. I'm not going to go over everything, but I am going to go over some of the things that majorly stuck out with me, because for us, like I want, maybe put in the comments over there, what do you think would be like a great mission for us as a group, as a family of teams? What do you think would be like a great mission for us? Like, what do you think when you think about your business and Scented Shells and, us working together? What do you think the mission of our group should be? I think we should have a mission. I think we should have values. And I do think that we have a lot of people in our group that exemplify what, being a consultant is. I cannot even begin to tell you how many people, like I have some friends that I've invited to our Facebook group because they want to watch a YouTube or they want to watch a training or something, that I said, well, I shared it. Okay, so my scent sacks, I shared that, and a lot of people were like, I want to see how you do that. I want to see how you do that. I couldn't share like the video that I did, the live that I did with them. So I just added them to the team page. I said, look, you're going to have to go on the team page. You're going to have to go to search and go to live, and find that video, because it was a live video I did literally at 10:30 at night to show you guys what I was doing with my scent sacks. And I can't begin to tell you how many of them have private messaged me or texted me and said, Michelle, your group is amazing. Your group is so awesome. I love the way they interact. I love the way they help. I love the way they feel free to go on there and share things that they're doing. I love the way they post before you post. Like whenever there's news that comes out, sometimes y'all beat me to it. I feel like I'm racing y'all sometimes. And I love that. But y'all, a lot of people don't have what we have. A lot of people literally yearn and threaten to close down their Facebook groups because they don't have what we have. We have something that is unbelievably amazing, and it's because of our culture. It's because of the way that we invite people in. It's because of the way that we make people feel comfortable. And, I feel like that if you start that from the very beginning, so let's just say you're starting a team, you're getting ready to start a team, you're getting ready to expand your business. Now's the best time to do it. It's $22 this month to join. It's an incentive where if you want to go on these trips, you got to have 1,250 sponsoring points at a minimum. Now's the time to do that. And when you do that, start right then. Okay, so let's just say I sponsored Stephanie. I'm a brand new consultant, or I've been in this a year, or I've been in this 2 years. I sponsored Stephanie. All right. From the get-go, we're a team. All right. We need to be as close, if not like accountability, like everything, so that you can lay that foundation for the culture that you want your group to come out. Now, are you going to have some bad apples? Yes, you're going to have some bad apples. Are you going to have some that are just like not willing to work and not willing to be a part of your culture? Yes, you're going to have those kind of people. But it's the way that you react to those people that lets them determine if they want to still be a part of this. Okay. You can react ugly with ugly, or you can react ugly with positive, and hopefully some of that positive is going to be turned around. I love it when Shannon talks about look at things in a positive way and watch your business turn around. So instead of saying, I did not get my 10 conversations in this month, what you can say is, look, I got 6 conversations in this month. I am so excited I got to talk to somebody about that. So instead of focusing on the negative, when you're growing a team and you're building that foundation and you're getting everything from the start, focus on things that you want to positively come out of your business and out of your group that you're going to be making. One thing that they talked about was reliability. The reliability of the people on your group comes from the consistency. And once it comes from the consistency, then that means you can count on them. I had no reason whatsoever to ask for people to step up and take charge of our team page when I was on my cruise, because you know what? The reason I didn't is because I knew you guys would do it. I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have to find leaders of the day to take over while I was gone for 7 days, because all of you are leaders every single day. You know, whether or not you have a team, whether or not you think you are or you're not, I see that in you. So I want you to know that that trait or that thing that you think is holding you back, or like you don't want to do this or whatever, I see that potential in every single one of you. I see it in all of you that are on here, and I see it in the ones that are on our group that are going to be watching this later. But it takes all of us. It takes all different kinds of us. It takes people that want to lead, people that want to share, people that have ideas. It takes every single one of you. And what it does is it takes active listeners. There's different kinds of leaders. And this is what I understood today. It takes active listeners. So are you an active listener? Do you like when somebody comes to you, do you like go and you like listen to them? It also takes communication. All right. So you have to open that door of communication. You can't be like, you know, a leader and be like, well, this is how it's going to be done. Or, you know, I'm not even going to listen to you. This is what they said. This is what compliance says. This is what you have to do. You know, you have to understand where they're coming from. You also have to lead by example. I was speaking to one of my new recruits tonight, and we talked, and one of the things that I told her is, you know, she's trying to understand, she wants to start sponsoring because she understands, you know, she's got a friend that wants to do it with her, and she was kind of nervous about it. And I said, well, I said, the one thing is we all start out at 0. Even though I'm a star director, I'm a certified consultant on October the 1st. I'm a certified consultant on September the 1st. I have to work to what I want my business to be. Every single person has to do that. It's not like you can come in and you can sit there and watch your team grow and then you not do anything and you reap the benefits from that. You have to lead by example. So I will be working. It's just like if you want to sponsor somebody right now, let's just say Diana doesn't have anybody on her team yet. She wants to sponsor somebody right now. The best way to explain that is, so it's not intimidating, is I'm at the exact same place that you are every single month. I have to work my business every single month to get to where I want to be in my business. Now we have hobbyists. We have some people that are wanting to grow a business. We have some people like me that want to retire and do this as a business and work this full time. There's all different kinds of us, but we all start over at the same beginning. So if it's intimidating for you to sponsor people or talk to people, or they're like, you're a star director, I don't think I could ever do that. I don't, you know, you're a superstar director. There's no way that I could ever have like 20,000 people on my team. You know, I would never be able to do that, or I wouldn't even be able to have 1,000 people on my team. Yes, you can, because you all are the same on the first day of the month. Every single person in your group is the same on the first day of the month. So that will take away some of the intimidation for them, because you can let them know that, hey, I'm going to be doing this right along with you. So if you're hosting a party, I'm going to be hosting a party. If you're going to be talking to 10 people about Scentsy, I'm going to be talking to 10 people about Scentsy. I'm going to do the same thing that you are going to do on the first day of the month, because we are exactly ranked the same. It's what you do with your business in those 30 or 31 days that makes the difference in what your title is at the end of the month. So, and she asked me, she said, what about these incentives? Is it realistic for me to think that I can hit one of these incentives? Because she is driven by travel. That's what I was too. When I first joined, I was driven by travel. And I said, absolutely, 100% it is available to you. I said, but you have to plan it out now. You have to start at the beginning and you have to say, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to accomplish each month. And this is what my end goal is going to be. So whatever you want to do, you can do it, because we all start over at the very same thing at the very beginning of the month, no matter what your rank is, no matter what at all. So that is very important as a leader or in growing your team. Encourage them and give them feedback. Okay. Make sure that you're listening to them with an open mind. When you encourage them and you give them feedback, then that's going to build their trust. That's going to, make sure that they are being heard. That's important to people, to make sure that you're being heard and you're not being disregarded because somebody else thinks that they have a better way or something like that. Nikki said, I had a consultant message me that I don't know, saying she was going to stop selling because she can't get people to buy. Okay, I would ask her, what has she tried? All right, there's a lot of different ways out there in order to get somebody to buy from you. The number one thing is, how many noses have you stuck this right here under? That's all it takes. My new girl is less than $200 away from certified, and she started on August the 31st. Not even her shooting stars yet. And all she did was, she was so excited to get her testers, she put them under some noses. She said, this is unbelievable. That's what she told me tonight. I said, that's all you have to do. How many people has she put a scent under her nose? If she doesn't have this, then she needs to make some of these. She got a wax bar, or whoever she is. I don't know who she is, but this right here, pennies. It's a scent to get under somebody's nose. I got these off of Amazon, super cheap. It's a scent to get under somebody's nose. It's the smell that's going to sell. Okay. So she has to be realistic. If she's saying, people, I can't get people to buy, how many people has she like literally said, let me send you something to smell? Let me just send you something, or meet me somewhere, meet me at Starbucks, and let's just sit down and smell, and you tell me which one of these you like. That is the number one thing that you need to find out why she's saying that. Another thing is, build up her self-confidence. All right. Put that in her, that yes, you can do this. Let's make a little small goal that you're going to talk to 3 people this week, and you're going to just open up a conversation, not necessarily to buy that. And that's the thing too. You don't want to sell it. You want to share it. Okay. If you share it, they're going to be more apt to buy it, or they're going to be more apt to, hey, I don't have the money to do this month or whenever. I can't afford this right now. But if you can't afford this right now, I got something for you. Why don't you see if some of your friends and family can afford it and put some orders together, then you can get yours for free and half off. I did that Sunday. Somebody came to me and said, I need to order some things for fall, but right now my finances aren't really great and I'm just going to have to wait for right now. I said, why don't I set you up a Scented Social, and then you can share that link and get some people to order from your link, and then you can get yours for free and half off. Okay. So if they don't want to buy, ask them, would you like to have a link so that you can get yours for free and half off? You don't know what their buy is. Maybe they have $1 in their checking account and they can't buy, you know? Maybe those people that she's asking are going through some struggles right now and she don't know what they're going through. But maybe if she offered those people that can't buy right now the option to host a Synod social, then they could get theirs for free and half off, and there's no reason for them to buy. That's going to open up new customers for you. That's going to open up maybe new hosts for you. That's going to open up maybe new teamies for you. All right. Just by doing that, and they're saying, I can't do this right now. I can't buy this right now. There's a lot of different options. So that's what I would ask her. How many noses has she put this under? And if she can't get people to buy, ask them to host a party. They don't have to buy, and see what they say. One of the thing is that building relationships is really, really huge as far as growing your team or doing anything in life, And she said, the lady that did the thing today was, there's a video, I haven't found it yet, but I'm going to find it. It's about a 56-second connection. 56 seconds is all it takes to connect to somebody. All you got to do. If you walk up to somebody like she walked up to somebody today, the guy had, he was in his EMT thing. He had on some wings on his uniform. All she did was him to say, hey, you look really sharp in that outfit you have on today. Tell me a little bit about those wings. What do they mean? He went on to say that he had done 50s with the flight crew, with the helicopter crew. You get your wings whenever you have completed 50 successful flights, and went on to explain this. And she was like, that is really amazing. She said, I know a little bit about that because I'm a supervisor over a team, over the flight team, but I think that that's really amazing. In less than a minute, she made a connection with him, and he made a connection with her about just those little wings on your thing. So just think, if you are going out to eat and you see your waitress come up to you, all right? You're going out to eat, you see your waitress coming up to you. She has, you know, her little pad with her little pin on it and stuff like that, and say, I love pins. Where did you get that pin from? Because 9 times out of 10, a waitress is going to have a cute pin. Let me just tell you, they're going to have a good pin and they're going to have a cute pin. All right. I love that pin. I literally have an obsession with pins. Where did you get that from? I got to have it. I have one now that's purple glitter and has my name on it. So, I mean, pins are like a gold mine to start a conversation with, you know, and all she's got to do is say, girl, I got this at Starbucks or something like that, or I got this at Staples, or I got this, you know, somewhere else. And you're, next thing you know is like, oh my God, I just went to Staples last week to get me some Scentsy supplies for my business, and I did not even see those pins. You made a connection with her. Okay. You made that connection. So that is something that you got to think about it. It's almost like a spur of the moment kind of thing, but there's something about everybody that you can make a positive comment about. Like right now, I can say, Stephanie, blue earrings, where did you get those from? They are so cute. You know, blue is my total favorite. I love them. You know, it's going to make them feel good because you're putting a positive out there, but you're making that connection to, like, you know, just talk about anything, just 56 seconds, less than a minute, and you'll build that connection. When they start replying back to you, I know you're asking them this just to open up that door and make a connection with them, but when they start replying back to you, actively listen to them. Okay. Whether or not you just said, Stephanie, I love those earrings. I mean, I'm probably not going to get them, or I'm not going to get a pin like that, but actively listen to her. You know, I probably would get those earrings, but actively listen to, like, who you are talking to. Okay. Because you initiated that conversation. So you need to actively listen to that person to build up that relationship that's going to go a little bit further. Because next time when you go to that restaurant, you know, you're going to see that same girl, and guess what? maybe you did go to Staples and maybe you did find that glittery pen and maybe you did pull it out and say, oh my God, look, Stephanie, what I got a pen just like yours. You are bonding with that person. Okay. So there's opportunities to meet new people. It's just the way you do it. And don't be scared to do it. Okay. Don't be scared to do it because somebody is waiting for you to come to them to say, oh my God, I love your earrings. They are amazing. I love them. Blue, that's my color. That's all you got to do. Find something about that person. Okay. Find something about their job. Find something that you can start a 56-second conversation with them and then go from there. That's all it's got to take. If you want to be an active listener, you're going to have to validate that you understand what they're talking about. Okay, so they need validation. So don't just like blow them off and, be like, whatever, just kind of like give them validation to where they understand that you understand them. And feel like that they show importance, like they need to be important to you. You took the time to have a conversation with them. They need to feel like that they're important to you in whatever way that is. Some different ways or different things that can keep you from engaging with people and keep you from listening is your own thoughts. Get them out of your head. Get yourself out of your head and engage with people. Everybody always has a cell phone. Okay. The worst thing to be doing is talking to somebody and this is all that you see of them, this part of their head. So you're knowing if they're going to go bald here pretty soon, because if you're talking to them and this is all you're seeing, then they're not engaging with you. You need to make sure that you're showing eye contact with them, and that what they're saying is what, you want to hear. If somebody is like, I really don't have time to do this. I don't kind of like your person. I don't have time to do this. It's consuming a lot of my, free time that I'm supposed to have. I can't seem to get this to work out. Ask them, what are you doing and how much time are you spending on it? Okay. You don't have to spend a lot of time on your business if you work it consistently and you work it steadily and you're meeting new people and you're getting out there and doing the things. So I'm doing my marketplace again, my marketplace scent sacks. I have just since last week 23 people contact me for a sample sack. I got a reinstated recruit today from Marketplace. She sent me a message. The generic, is this still available? So she replied, is this still available? I looked at it, but I didn't message her because I was on my way to work. And I guess she wanted a reply because she said question mark, question mark, question mark, because she could see where I saw her. So I was not validating that I saw her, because she could see that I saw it, but I didn't respond to her. So I had a stoplight. I was like, yes, it is still available. Sorry, here's the form. Can you fill out my jot form? And then I'll know where to send it to. And she said, form, question mark, question mark. I said, yes, it's so I can see what you like and I can get your scent sack sent out to you. So typically before I do that, before I engage, I will look at their profile to make sure they're not Scentsy consultants, sample snatchers, all the things. And lo and behold, Miss Nicole had Scentsy on her team page, on her Facebook page. And I was like, okay, so we don't want to be ugly. We don't want to disregard people. But I was like, hey, it looks like you're a Scentsy consultant. You're more than welcome to take this jot form and use it for you. But Marketplace is one of the ways that I am learning how to meet new customers and to get my name out there. And I'm super excited, to do that and to share that with you. If you got any questions, let me know. She replied back and said, I'm former Scentsy consultant. Down in her Facebook page, I didn't see that, where she had left her job at Scentsy in 2020. And she said, but this is what got me. And she'll probably watch this and that's okay. And I told her that this is what got me. She said that I can't, or I left Cincy because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to buy it. I left Cincy because of that. And I'm like, you should not be buying your stuff. I said, host your own party and use the host rewards to get your stuff. I said, yeah, there are some things that we want. Of course, I wanted the Harry Potter train. I got that. There are some things, but you shouldn't have to give up your business because you can't afford to keep it up. Okay. That's where, you need to like find other options the way you can run your business. You need to get outside of the box and think of different things that you can do. I cannot wait for Nicole. I'm going to let Nicole tell y'all about what she's doing. That we've like both of us, our brains exploded today about a thing that she's doing, and I'm so excited about it. I didn't get to stop at the store to get to start mine today, but you need to find ways that you can run your business that's affordable, that you don't have to lose your business. Okay. Orville always says, you don't spend Cincy money on Cincy. You don't spend family money on Cincy. You spend like Cincy money on Cincy. So you got to make money in order to spend money on Cincy. All right. So you need to be hosting parties and you need to be getting your own supplies. All I had to do was talk to her, literally. And I said, if you want to come back and reinstate, I said, that's free for you to do. That's totally up to you. I can help you with this if you want me to, but just so you know that it is no cost for you to come back. And I said, I'm going into a meeting. This was this class. I said, I'll be out at 11:30 and I can chat with you then if you have any questions or anything. She was not on my team before. During the meeting, I got a message that said, hey, I'm on the workstation. I'm to the point where it asked for a consultant. What's your zip code? So she joined my team just because I took a little bit of time to explain to her and share with her things that she could do with her business where she doesn't have to feel like she has to lose or quit her business to maintain her business. That's the kind of leader you need to be. That's the kind of, I'm not tooting my horn, but that's the kind of leader that you need to explain stuff to your people so they don't leave you. So they know there's other options to where they don't have to give up their business and they can do this thing and not have to worry about it, not have to spend their family's bill money on it to keep their business. So that's just something that really like hit me pretty hard. The one thing that, what time is it? 9:07. Okay. Let me kind of share this kind of with you, and I'm going to do like a graphic. I didn't have time, so I just kind of like took my notes. So I'm going to do like a graphic. So one thing that she talked about was the stoplight method for teams. Now you have to visualize this because I don't have my graphic yet. I'm going to do this, but you're at a stoplight. Okay. So you have a red, a yellow, and a green. All right. The red is going to be your problem. All right. So you're going to have people on your team that have issues, that have problems. They don't know how to solve them. They're going to come to you. This is going to be your red light. All right. It doesn't mean that you're stopped there for forever. All right. The problem is the red light. You're going to listen. You're going to identify what goes on, what's going through their mind. You're going to listen definitely to hear what they're doing because they're the ones that are coming to you with the stop sign. They're the ones that are coming saying, I can't do this. I'm ready to quit, Nikki. They're the ones that are coming and saying, I don't have the money to do samples. I don't have the money, to do this, or I don't have anybody buying for me, or I don't have anybody that's going to host a party for me. That's the problem. That's the red. All right. You move down to the yellow, which is a work in progress. Okay. You as a leader, or us as a team, okay, us as a team are going to figure out how to work this out together. Okay. You can get a lot of things accomplished with a lot of different mind inputs. All right. If you're going down a straight path and you got your blinders on and you are just like super focused, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. This is the way to go. I'm not going to do this anyhow. There's no way that you're going to see, if I just took my blinders off, there's a road that's going to go like this way and I'm going to get there super quick because the traffic's is like beeline right here. You're a working in progress. All right. You and your team, or us as a team, how and what are we going to do to get it done? Okay. If you have a problem, this group page is for you. I don't ever want anybody to feel like they're alone, or they have to run their business by themselves, or what they're doing is not worthy of sharing on our group page. I don't want anybody to ever feel like that on our page, ever, ever, ever. If you think that you have something that you want to share it, because that one thing is going to help somebody else. Trust me. Absolutely trust me. The way I do my stuff is definitely probably not the way somebody else is going to do their stuff. But you have to be able to work with it in a group. We're doing so I don't know if some of you follow me on social media or not, but I am doing a illustrated Bible study. Okay. And what that means is, y'all know me, I'm very visual. I will tell you this. I learned this from Thursday Night Shift. If you show me something, I can make it. If you show me, if you physically show me how to do something, I can do it. Okay. So I'm a show me kind of person. I have been wanting to study the Bible. I mean, I grew up in church. Y'all know me. I am very faith oriented. I love my Lord. And y'all all know that. There's no bones about it. I will never hide that. And I love all of you, no matter what you believe. But I've always wanted to do like a Bible study where, I mean, I've been in church all of my life, but I always wanted to like study the Bible. If you also know me, you know I hate to read. I don't like to read. That's why I'm a visual learner. Don't give me something and say, here, Michelle, read this, and then come back and then just tell me how to do this. No. I will give you an example. So my boss, and I know it's recorded, but this is crazy. At my job, I work with the government. I could stop right there. I mean, I could literally stop right there. I work with Medicare. I could just stop right there. October the 1st is Medicare's new year. So of course, with my job, we're doing all of this new stuff with Medicare. I'm going from a 16-page form on each patient to a 31-page form on each patient. So the software that we have, this guy sent a message, that's like the leader of IT sent a message, and he was like, he has these checkpoints of like, you know, who's doing this and who's doing this. Well, he sent my boss a checkpoint on the training manual that goes along with what's coming on October the 1st. And the link to get into this training manual. It was 147 pages. And he sent it to all of us as a group. And then my boss sent it to me, and he was like, Michelle. And I was like, oh, no, don't sign me up for that. Sorry, do not sign me up for that. I will not read that. I'm sorry, not happening, not ever in this lifetime. If you need to find somebody else to replace me, that's fine, but I will not read 146. He said, Michelle, I got through the first paragraph and shut the book. He said, I'm not doing that either. So like, I'm a visual person. Okay. So long story short, this is my Bible back here. I am mapping out what I want to learn about in the Bible. We're starting with Esther. Okay. So I'm making a physical map of what I learn and what I'm learning as I'm reading this. I also watched a movie, because if there's a movie about it, I'll watch the movie before I read the book. So I watched the movie on Esther, and I got a lot of information about that. So I'm a very visual learner when it comes to that. So this stoplight was like, I sent it to Nicole while I was sitting in there. I was like, look at this. Now, of course, I added a lot of my stuff to the bottom down here, but the yellow part is the work in progress. It's going to take all of us to work together to solve somebody else's problem, because we're at that stoplight and we're like, I can't see past the yellow. I can't even get past what's going on here. You know, help me get to the green. Help me get to the completed part of it. So if you have a problem, put it out there as a work in progress. Y'all, this is what I'm working on. It's not working for me. I want everybody to feel comfortable. Nikki, not just you coming on her behalf or whoever it is on their behalf. I want them to feel comfortable in posting on our page and saying, hey, I got a problem. I can't have, I can't get anybody to host a party for me. Tell me what you're doing. Okay. Somebody in our almost 400 people are hosting parties. Okay. How are you doing it? How are you doing it? That's the work in progress. That's the yellow part. That's what's going to get that person that's stuck at the stoplight to the green part where he can go and she can work her business. That's going to get them to say, oh, the light's green now. I see. I can host a bingo party, or I can do a Synod social, or I can go sit and snip with somebody. That's going to get the people past the green light. That's going to get them to working their business and get them over the hump. So we're going to start with the problem. We're going to come on our team page and we're going to ask, all right, this is a work in progress. I really need your guys' help. This is what I want everybody to be comfortable doing. And then once we help them, you did it. You did it. Tell us how you did it. Which one worked for you? I see that Nicole told you to do a bingo party. I see Stephanie told you to do a basket party. I see, what worked for you. Tell us what worked for you, because what worked for them is going to help somebody else get past that green light. Okay. It's a snowball effect. The light changes, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. It's going to keep doing that over and over and over and over and over. It's a never ending process. All right. A stoplight is a never ending process. It's going to keep going red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. We're going to have a problem. We're going to help solve it, and we're going to get past it, and getting past it is going to help somebody else's problem. When she said that, y'all, it was like a daggone bomb went off in my head. It's like I wrote this. So you and your team are the carpool. All right. Everybody knows how to carpool. You're going to save money. You're going to save gas. You're going to save time. You're going to save energy, all of that stuff. When you carpool, you make it through all the green lights easier. Because let's just say all 5 of us were going to work at Cincy at the same place. We all worked in the home office. If we all 5 drove separate cars, what are we going to do? We're going to be backed up, backed up, backed up, backed up, backed up. All right. But if we were in a carpool all together and all 5 of us pooled our time together and what we were doing together to get in the car to go to work together, we're going to move at a together pace. We're going to move our business at a together pace. And I know I said we all have different goals and everything else, but if you want to get out at Starbucks and that's as far as you want to go in the carpool, then that's fine. You can stop at Starbucks if you want to and just stay there, and then the carpool will come back and pick you up. And, however it is, they're not going to forget about you. But if you want to stay at Starbucks, that's fine. When you get in the carpool, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there? Or are you going to talk about it? Are you going to map it out? How are we going to get there? How are we going to get there? Where are we going to stop? What are we going to do? You're going to talk it out. What's the best way to get there? Ask your carpool peeps. Ask your people for help. How are we going to get from picking up everybody in the carpool to getting to work at Cincy Commons? How are we all going to get there? We're all going the same way. So tell me how we're going to get there. All right. It's just like a carpool. You're going to map it out. You're going to work together. You're going to get through those stoplights, and it's going to help your business tremendously if we help each other. That's the kind of culture that I see us having. Not a lot of people have that. Honestly, not a lot of people have that. One more thing. Almost one more thing. So when you are building your team, I got 2 more things and then I'll be finished. I should be at 1 hour. I said it wasn't going to take that long, but it did. I got excited about this. I'm sorry. So one thing that you want to do, a lot of people think leaders, when they talk about the word holding you accountable, okay? Accountability is everything. Ask anybody. I talk to Nicole every single day of my life. Accountability is everything, all right? If you want me to talk to you every single day of your life, just all you gotta do is say, hey, I get a lot of those every single day. Hey. I'm like, hey, what you need? You know, I mean, I'll respond back to you if you say, hey, but a lot of people think that leaders hold you accountable. And for some leaders, holding means this: you're on my team. I got you. You're right here. I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to make sure that you stay right here. You don't spread your wings. You don't do anything. They feel like that is it's a hold over you because they're your leader. What did I say at the very beginning? On the first day of the month, we all start out at the same thing. Even if you're a leader, you're the same as me. So if you have somebody that's micromanaging you, holding you down, criticizing you, all of that other stuff, you're not going to get the response from your team as if you were holding them. There's a difference between this type of holding and this type of holding. If you're holding them and you're holding them accountable, then y'all are all in one big pool. That's the positivity I love. Okay. You don't want to be that person that's underneath that thumb being criticized and being ridiculed by, you know, this is what you're doing wrong, or this is what you're doing wrong. Yes, we all make mistakes every single day. Yes, I've been turned into compliance for posting I have a free shipping party going in or something like that. You know, it happens. It's okay. But you need to turn that accountability and holding into a positive thing. So in order to do that, you need to have teachable moments. All right. So your teachable moments need to be made up of 6 things. And the 6 things are 5 positives to 1 constructive criticism. All right. So if you have 1 constructive criticism, Michelle, you cannot post that you have a party with free shipping going in. All right. That's my criticism. I have 5 positives that I'm going to bring out of this. Number 1, Michelle, I'm so excited that you are getting ready to submit a party. That is amazing. Did you meet any new contacts with that party that you're getting ready to submit? How about how many joint conversations did you have? Did you talk to somebody about having a joint conversation? Did you talk to some of their friends that party that you're getting to submit that has free shipping? Somebody else want to host a party for you? Or maybe somebody in that party is going to give a referral for you to where you can like start up another party or get somebody else. For that 1 free shipping thing that I said, turn it around and say 5 things. All right. It's called the 5 in 1. Leadership 5 in 1. If you do those 5 things, it's going to hurt because you're going to have to take down that free shipping post. But out of that free shipping post, there's a learning lesson. That criticism, there's a learning lesson. But what are they going to remember? Are you going to remember 5 things? Or are you going to remember that 1 thing that was kind of overshadowed by the 5 positive things? All right. So you can be the kind of leader that's going to show you all the things that you need to do that you have done wrong, or you can be that kind of leader that teaches you this is not the correct way to do it, but as you were doing it, look at all of these things that came from what you were doing. Okay. So you want to be the kind that's going to be the 5 in 1. All right. It's the 5 in 1 method. So let's look at holding. All right. I said you don't want to be this kind of leader that's got a hold on you that you know, nobody likes that. Nobody, we're adults. I don't think there's anybody on here or anybody that's a Scentsy consultant that's not an adult. I don't think there's anybody that owns a Scentsy business that's not an independent business owner. Okay. You're an adult. You don't need anybody to like sit over you, micromanage you, do anything else, hold you accountable, unless it's going to be holding you accountable like this. So I want you to think of the word holding. Okay. For team accountability, and I'm going to post a graphic about this. I have it written down. I'm going to post a graphic about this, but write it out. All right. I want you to do holding, write it out to the side. And what holding is going to mean for us is helping ourselves and others to learn and deliver consistency brings important new growth. Okay. So that is holding somebody accountable. All right. Holding somebody accountable is helping ourselves first, because you have to take care of yourself first. You have to take care of your business, but you're going to be helping ourselves and others to learn and deliver consistently will bring important new growth. That's how holding them accountable is going to help them grow their business. If you're a leader, you're responsible for giving your team processes and systems that's going to make them successful. Okay? Whether or not they use it, that's up to them. Whether or not you have your way or the highway, that's up to you. That's what a group is. That's where you say, all right, this is my system. Drop your systems down in the comments. What are you doing? How are you following up with people? Drop whatever systems you're using down in the comments so everybody else in our group can read it. Because I love Excel. Some people, Excel gives them anxiety and they can't even look at the spreadsheets that I do. They won't even look at it. Some people like Nicole loves a notebook. She writes it out. Drop your systems down in the comments. Okay. As a leader, it's my requirement to give you processes and systems that work for me. It's also my job to find people within the group or within Cincy that has other processes that might work for you. Okay, so don't like lead it down a road and say this is what you have to do, because somebody might quit over an Excel spreadsheet. Let's just be honest. Somebody could say, oh no, if I got to do that, I'm not doing that. You know, a lot of people would be like that. So there's different ways to do it, and it's your perception of what you do whenever you're trying to lead somebody. When you're holding your team accountable, the best way to do it is stories. Let them experience what you have experienced. Okay. What worked for you? What didn't work for you? What kind of stories do you have that you can tell that you met somebody and they joined your team for Marketplace? What stories do you have that you were walking around at your work and somebody smelled something on your keychain and wanted to know what that was, because we put scent sacks on our keychains now? What stories do you have about going on a trip that somebody else loves to travel and they want to get in on it too? Stories is what the priceless part about communicating enables the positivity to come out. All right. If you have a story, that's where the positivities come out, because you've lived it, you've breathed it, and you've walked it. Not that I'm going to do the same way, but that story makes it come alive. That story that you share and those things that you share about how you did this, or how you got a new hostess, or how you started a bingo game, or how you did something like that. The stories of how you did that makes that reality come to life. So don't respond with a problem. Okay. Don't respond to, okay, just like nonchalantly or whatever it out. Absolutely. Share your passion. Stories share your passion. That's how you're going to grow your team. That's how you're going to grow your business. That's how you're going to grow in life. Stories share your passion. And that was one thing that I told the girl that I was training with tonight. I said, take your stuff and share it on social media. I said, when you do that, I said, that's all they got to see. They got to see how much. I can't tell you how many people are so excited to see my pumpkin patch. I did a live tonight on my VIP page with all of my pumpkin. I got somebody wanting to buy my Jack pumpkin from like 2 years ago. They're like, how much is that? And I was like, that is not for sale. That is going in my pumpkin patch. And I said that on my video, like this is one from like 2 or 3 years ago. It's the metal one with the rust on it, and he's got his face cut out and everything. That's going in my pumpkin patch. I just got my pumpkins in today. I am so excited about my pumpkin patch and I cannot wait. I already got people wanting to buy the pumpkins that we have now so they can start their own pumpkin patch. You got to be excited about your job. You got to be excited about your team, and you got to let them see that as you are excited, they will get that much more excited. My last thing that I wrote was, sometimes you can't fix the problem, but you can always update it on what you will do. Okay. Sometimes the problems aren't fixable, but what are you going to do about it? All right. As a leader, as a Scentsy independent business owner, you can think about this. If you don't have anybody on your team yet and you're not planning on growing a team, you're going to have customers. If you got a business, you're going to have customers. What can you do to problem solve for your customers, for your team, for yourself? What can you do to fix the problem that the person has? All right. That's going to be where your positivity comes in. You're going to take that problem that they have and you're going to turn it around to where you're going to be a fixer. If you're a fixer and not a problem person, they're going to come back to you. If you're a fix it kind of leader and not a problem kind of leader, they're going to come to you for leadership. If you're somebody that says, you know what, I don't really know, how we're going to do this, but let me find out, let me call home office. I can't tell you how many people will message me about compliance stuff and say, is this compliant? Is this compliant? Whatever. If I know it, I'll message them and I'll tell them back. If I don't know it, I email compliance, because I would rather hear it from somebody else that knows exactly what's happening than to not know. Okay. That's what you need to do. You need to be that kind of person that's going to go the extra mile for whoever it is on your team. All right. Whether your team is your customers, whether your team is your team, whether your team is your group, whatever it is, you need to be the person that's going to be the problem solver, because anytime you solve a problem, that brings positivity. Anytime you solve any kind of a problem, that's going to bring positivity to whatever situation it is, whether or not it's, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to buy my Scentsy this month. Okay, I can solve that problem for you. Let's set you up an online link and let you host a party behind scenes. Share your link. I'll share some stuff on social media and you can get yours for free and half off. Solve that problem. Don't have anybody to join my team. Well, I have that problem too. Somebody wants to join my team, but she can't afford to buy the kit. You know what? I messaged her tonight. Hey, let's set you up a Scentsy party where you can host to join. The best way to see if it's going to work out for you, your friends and family are going to be the ones that are going to support you. Whenever you get enough that you can get your kit for free, we'll close the party. You can join and you already have those customers from that $500 party. It's a win-win situation. If you don't join, guess what? You get all the free and half off rewards because you hosted a party. There's always an answer to a problem. You might not know what it is, but there's always an answer to a problem. Now, don't be over quick to solve the problem. Step back, think about it. Think about what you're going to say. Think about how it's going to impact people, and then go from there. It's almost kind of like our stoplight. We got the problem. We're going to proceed with caution in yellow, and we're going to work on the progress. We're going to work it out and see what it is, and then we're going to go with it. Okay, so it's going to be like the stoplight kind of theory. You got a problem. You're going to proceed with caution, and then you're going to go, because you're going to have a problem solver at the very end of it. I hope this was like not too much heavy overload, but my brain was just like clicking on all of this whenever I was like, oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. But it applies to everything that we have in life. Honestly, if you don't have a team, if it doesn't apply to that, it literally applies to everything that you have in life, your family, everything it has in life. So I hope this helps some people. I'm going to put some visuals up there when I can work on it. And think about it whenever you're talking to your customers, when you're talking to your team. Remember the 5 and 1. You know, if your customer comes back and says, "Ooh, God, I do not like this scent whatsoever," that's the one. There's going to be a 5 that says, "You know what? I am so sorry that you don't like that scent. Let me see if I can find a scent that you like to replace that with. Let me send you a sample of something, you know, that I have here. Let me send you a scent circle for your troubles." You know, find the things that are going to take that one and turn it into a positive. That's what you need to think about. Are we always going to be positive? No, but the positive need to outweigh everything else that's dragging you down. So try to find some way, kind of like our stop sign, some way to turn it into the positive. Um, Anybody have any questions or anything else before I stop the recording? All right, I'm going to stop.